Hi. So, I want to talk a little bit more about my hopes for this channel. Story to Culture isn't just about the film or the TV show or the book, if I ever get to that. It's also about the people. It's about the people watching, you and I. It's about the characters on screen. And it's about the people who are behind the scenes, the actors, the writers, the crew, directors, producers. It's about all of us and how this story can be a reflection of all of our lives, which is why I'm so excited about this new segment of Story to Culture. This is Beyond the Story. It's the second episode of Beyond the Story, and I'm very, very, very excited to have KARI here with me today to talk about your film Ordinary, which you co-created and you also starred in.
Yes. And wrote.
And wrote.
Yes.
Nice. So could you just tell me in your own words, what's Ordinary about?
Yeah, okay, so Ordinary was actually based on a personal story. It was about these two people that really like each other, but then they have different wants. So the girl really wants to have an ordinary life where she just, lives in the suburbs, has a white picket fence kind of life, has kids. But the guy is like, I don't want to do that. Like, I really want to be a really, big filmmaker. So that was what it's about. So it's about ambition versus love. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it last week and I feel like I related to both of them on different things, which I like. Like, I can relate to Collins with the whole ambition thing. Like, he's like, I really want to make something of myself. But I also understand Lisa's perspective of, where we are now is nice. And, even Collins' pursuit of what he wants starts affecting the relationship very badly.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get your thoughts on that first. The whole, aspiration or ambition versus contentment. Like, when do you think ambition is good and bad, and when do you think contentment is good and bad?
Right, I love that question. So I feel like it's always a balance. Like, there is such a thing as being too ambitious, and the world doesn't think that there should be something like that, but there is. I think because it's a personal story, and when it happened to me, we were pretty young, so I think at that point, it's okay to be ambitious. It's okay to be ambitious, but I do believe that I don't think you should let your ambition get in the way of the relationships that matter most to you. Because my reasoning is that at the end of the day, these things you're pursuing, like money and Oscars and fame, or the scenario was a guy who really likes soccer, they're not gonna be there with you when life is hard. I think having relationships is what makes achieving this thing so much better, because when you get it, who are you going to be like, oh my gosh, we did this thing, otherwise it's just going to be you oh my gosh, I did this thing, and then what next, right?
That because I was thinking about it personally, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm kind of thinking these questions through in my late 20s now of just okay, there are things that I want to achieve in my life, especially just really personally. I've been thinking a lot about do I feel settled where I am? Do I feel like I'm firmly rooted where I am? Could anything happen where I could just pick up and leave? And I feel like I could right now, because I don't feel really tied down here. Yeah, and there's a lot of things I still want to pursue, but I'm also trying to be very much present and thankful, and oh, I have people around me that I really care about. That's still something that's amazing. But it's been very hard for me to find contentment while also still trying to pursue what I want.
No, I absolutely get you. Honestly, I will say I completely understand that, because I used to be super, super ambitious. I was I'm gonna do so many films a year, and the recent thing that I've done, I know we're talking about Ordinary, but I'm just gonna roll a corner. But the recent thing that I did, I was I'm gonna do it in 2 months. I don't care. And it's great to have that kind of ambition, but I think it makes you forget all about the journey, because I'm telling you, the process of putting together a film is the most amazing thing, especially when you're doing it with a team that you really like. Sometimes in our writers room, because we have Zooms for stuff that I'm writing, it's the most fun that I'll ever have, because you're always laughing, you're always oh my gosh, this is so bad, or this is I think, again, as I mentioned, I think in the world we have such a pressure to succeed and perform and to achieve, but at the end of the day, I'm really coming to a place where I'm it's about that journey, because one day you're gonna wake up, you're gonna be old, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be oh my gosh, like, what did I do with my life? Like, you were not, because you were never present. You were always like, I'm waiting for the next thing, which is honestly what I thought, like, when I put, like, Collins there, like, that's, if I could, like, go back and say these things to that person that I based it off of, like, that's what I would say. Ambition is good, but you're gonna realize that, like, okay, in my opinion, again, these are all opinions, but you're gonna realize that in time, like, you're gonna wish that you took your time to be like, okay, this is where I'm at, this is the people that are here with me and they love me. How can we, like, move forward with that? You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too, because, like, something I said on my channel before, I was like, oh, I've wanted more recently and I've been fighting, that's the word I use, I've been fighting for more. And then I was like, but I feel like something I'm learning is the journey it's part of, like, the more you want. I think like, I said who I'm becoming along the way is actually more important than me getting there. And so I was like, that, so for me, that contentment is, like, knowing that, trusting that, and being like, not fighting the process. Okay, exactly. This is what it's supposed to be, and that's fine.
And that's it. Yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to go to Collins and Lisa, though. I find them very fascinating because Collins is like, it seems like he's the dreamer, like he's chasing this thing, I can do this, I'm gonna go for it and achieve it. But then he's also the skeptical person
about love and stuff.
Yes, because, and I found that very interesting, because I was like, typically people who are dreamers like that are also very, like, optimistic and very, like, head in the clouds. But he's the one who says, oh, like, I don't believe in happy endings, like, it's not real, which is fascinating to me. And then Lisa, on the other hand, is like, she's content with the ordinary, but it seems like she's content because she believes in happy endings. It's almost like she doesn't need to chase this happy ending because she already knows that she has it or she's going to have it. Yeah. So do you want to, like, just talk about it a bit?
Oh my gosh. Yes. I actually did not think about it like that. So thank you so much for, like, putting that in there. Honestly, with Collins, I was trying to make him a very, like, I tried to, as much as possible, like, in a not pretentious way, make my characters three-dimensional characters so that they're not predictable. So it's not just a stereotype, a man who just wants to achieve stuff, you know? But, like, I think the difference between them, it's like Collins, again, also all based on real people. I honestly, even the names are based on friends of mine, which don't do that. Like, honestly, like, don't, if you do it, never do that in the future. Like, it's caused problems for me right now. But yeah, so I think what I'll say is he had a lot of stuff, like, going on with his dad, and honestly, even I was just giving a bit of drama because the character, like, the person I know who that was based off of would never have said that. Like, I knew that that's what was going on, but he would never have said that, you know? So it's just a way of kind of, because it was a short film, we needed to get, like, the thing going. We didn't have time to, like, build that up, but it was just a way of, like, honestly, it was just, like, she really loved that part of, like, I don't know how to put it, but she really loved, like, that part of him, like, the part that he was unsure, but he was so ambitious, just because it's like he was trying to prove something, you know? And I think Lisa's content, because even, like, how he grew up, he was always trying to prove, like, he's trying to prove that once I get this big thing, I'm gonna be somebody. But you see, it's different because she already views him as somebody. So I think his ambition, I think, was very, like, not sustainable. It was from a very selfish part. Like, I understand people who are like, I really want to make it because I have this great big story to tell. I'll do anything to tell it. It's different from someone who's like, I want to make it because I am somebody. I'm gonna prove everybody wrong, you know? So that was where he was coming from. And I just felt like it was, honestly, I wish, like, if I could bring those two characters and, like they can say something to each other. She would tell him, like, I already viewed you as somebody. You didn't need to prove, like, I love you because I love you. I don't love you because you're this big filmmaker. I'll love you because you're who you are. You know? Yeah.
That's interesting too, because I was thinking about it and I was like, me saying, like, oh, I'm fighting because I want more. I feel like using that word fight when I was thinking about it again. I was like, that is interesting. Like, the idea of, like, is he running towards something or running away from something? And am I running towards something or, like, running away from something? And I was like, it's a very interesting perspective, because I feel like that changes how you pursue things. Like, you don't pursue it with such angst, and it doesn't, like, drain you as much. Even if it's tiring, it's something that should be fulfilling as you're pursuing it. Right,
exactly. Like, I think this whole thing, I feel like I just have this whole thing where people are always, especially because I'm in these film circles so much, you hear this thing where somebody's like, until I get an Oscar, I am just never gonna stop. I'm not stopping until I get it. Like, because I remember, God, hope that people don't watch this, but I remember like I heard somebody being like, oh yeah, you know, like once I get that Oscar, then I'll get the wife and kids. And I was always like, I mean, it's just an Oscar. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great thing. Like, these awards are great things, but I fear we give them too much importance over actual people being in your life and actual relationships that take time to build. I'm not saying you should choose, but I am saying that you should recognize each for what they are, you know? That's all I'm saying. So even if you want more, get more. Like, I think go absolutely, like, get your potential. Like, do that. But, like I feel like how you're going about it is the question, you know? Because I guess at the end of the day, nobody wants to have regrets either way.
Since you were talking about process, can you walk me through the process of putting the film together, from how you even got the idea to write something and then you actually putting all the pieces together to show it?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I love to talk about the processes of putting things together. It's my favorite thing. So, basically, how it happened, I went for Rain Dance. So it's this like connect where you meet a lot of filmmakers, and when I was there I met like a bunch of like really cool people. We all connected. All the crew is from there. Most of the crew is from there. And then I met this guy who was like, you know what you need to do? You need to start making your own films, because I was an actress. Like I wanted to, you know, like I really want, at that point in time before I made this film, all I ever really wanted to do was act. I never thought about being a producer or anything. I just wanted to act. I wanted to be in front of the camera, and I still kind of do, but I want to produce a lot more now. So I go there, and this guy's like, you should do it while you're young, you know? And I was like, whatever, fine, I'll try it out. I met the director there, and I was like, you know what, let's do something. And she was like, yeah. And I like told everybody, and I was like, let's do something. And I like literally all I was thinking about is I'm gonna put out a film. Like for the first time in my life, I'm gonna put out a film. And so I just thought about like I don't think ChatGPT was there then, so I don't think I asked it. No, guys, the process is great. I'm joking. That was a joke. But so I like started to think about a story that had been in my heart for a really long time, just because again, it was personal. It was just a guy that I really liked when I was young. Oh my gosh. And he like went to do soccer in the US or whatever, but like, you know, so I was like, let me make this story about like a conversation we would have had like in the future. And that's why I put film instead of soccer, so that I could like cover up my tracks, you know? So so I decided to just kind of like write it, and it was such a process because I'd never written a film, and it is not easy, my gosh. So it was my first everything. It was my debut writing, debut producing, not debut acting, but it was a very nervous thing. So just for the sake, I'll say debut acting, just so y'all understand I was new to this. But it was a big one. And then like me and the director Reva, so we ended up talking to a bunch of people like to just film. We were gonna film it on a phone originally. We were like, let's just shoot it. We'll shoot it on a phone, like has a great quality. Like I was like, I'll just use my iPhone. And then we met like the actor, the guy who acts in it, Peter, and he was like, oh, I know people. He's very well connected. So because of that, like we ended up getting so many people who volunteered to do it, which is so crazy. And they were absolutely amazing. Like every single person in that was in that crew is amazing. I'm so grateful. It honestly was such an experience to put together, because it changed so much of my whole trajectory in life. Because like I was like, after putting that together, I fell in love with the process of making films. Like I really, really did. I enjoy it so much. More than just like, because actors don't really get a say in a lot of the things that they do. They don't get to like go over the script revisions or like, you know, build the characters or like, you know, do all those nitty gritties. But I fell in love with that. So we ended up making the film, and I was actually so happy. It was like my achievement for the year. And I don't know if you know this, but it actually premiered at CIF, Canadian International Festival, like in Montreal, and my director got an award. Nice. Yeah, she got an award, so I'm really happy. As a debut film, it took me a while, honestly, I'm very much a perfectionist. Like I'm a huge perfectionist because I have a really high standard. and it took me a while to even watch it. My family has never watched it.
Oh my god.
I don't think. Yeah, it's a bit of a romance. I don't think I'll give it to my mom and dad like that. I'm sorry. I told them I'm sorry. I'm not letting you guys see it. Sorry. They keep asking. They're always like, "Can I watch it now? Can I watch it?" Every time I told them about the awards.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Can I watch it?" I'm like, look at you. I'm like, come on. Be serious. So I don't let them watch it. But it took me it took me so long to like be okay with what it is, to be okay with how it was, because I was so nervous. I wish I could put it into words how nervous I was when they were like, honestly guys, I had been acting for so long, but I guess when there's so many people and you have to be vulnerable romantically in front of people, like it's so different. Like it's so different,
and it's your story as well.
Exactly. And we even had an intimacy coordinator on set. Like I was just so nervous the whole time. I feel like I want to get it off my chest. I don't think anybody knew. I wanted to explain myself. You know what I mean? I want to explain myself, guys. Like the guy would say action and my voice wouldn't work. Like it was like, it's truly, if you saw the raw files, there's just like I'm whispering the whole time because my voice, I'm like, I was so nervous the whole time. But yeah, it was, and I think because of that, I always thought it wasn't the best thing because I feel like it never came out exactly how I thought. But that's okay. Like I'm really coming to terms with like that's okay, and I'm so happy that I got to do that.
Yeah. I feel like what you just said, because something my friend and I were saying, like this year we want to be audacious, like just do things. If you think of something, I want to do this, just go for it. And you saying that, even it's like, even if you're afraid, even if you're like it's not gonna be good, just do it, because if you don't, I feel like that's the biggest regret, is not even trying.
Exactly.
So then you'll never like know if you can do it, and you'll never actually have anything to show regardless.
And do you know what's even like the thing about film is you can't even like, I don't like to use the word film, but you can't even like whatever quietly, because at the end of the day, like people will perceive you. Like it plays at film festivals. I get to sit there on a big, like watch myself on a big screen, and I cringe. Like every time it plays, I leave the room. Like you have to leave because you're just like it's still, even the thing I did for Growing, the one I'm shooting, I shot it. I am reshooting it, just so you know, because I'm a perfectionist, and I'm okay with things when they're like, Ordinary was good. At the end of the day, like it was okay. Like I wouldn't reshoot that. But Growing was more expensive and I'm still reshooting it. I will say do things. Absolutely do things. But I think it's important to learn. Like you're gonna have to learn. I think there's such a high turnover of like how much you're learning each time. You have to go fast, like you have to go in deep to just learn. Especially even in the like acting, you have to be willing to take risks. Even in the writing, you have to take these risks because we don't know. Like I'm always like waiting for somebody to, like when I present my art, I'm waiting for someone like to tell me, is this good? Like I'm like, is this good? Is this good? And the biggest lesson I learned from Growing is like, you can't do that. Like you have to actually just be like, this is the decision that I'm making and I'm gonna do it. Like you can't ask, you really can't. Like that's the one thing I say, you can't ask around. You can only ask maybe one person, not 5. And that's the limit. Like have like one person, maybe like another writer or something. But when it comes to the scripts and sets, you can't ask around. Like, is this good? Is this bad? Like people are just gonna do their job. They don't care. So that was a lesson. I digress though, but yeah.
No, it's good. I will say that I really like this film, so I think you did a good job. So
thank you.
Let's take that.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
honestly.
and then my next question is, when people watch Ordinary, what do you want them to take away or learn or see?
I really hope that we sold it on the love. I think like that's what I want them to take away, that these people really loved each other and they make their decisions based on love. So just for context, Ordinary is a preset, like I don't know if that's the right word, but it's the film, the one that I'm also working on. It's called A Life of Our Own. So that's the film, like it's a feature film, the script that we're writing. So Ordinary was like a test in the waters, because this one, like, it's actually based on a thing called A Life of Our Own, which is a film I'm writing right now. So anybody take that name, I'll know. Anyway, but yeah. So it's really like what you're supposed to take away is that sometimes in life you're gonna meet somebody and you're both gonna love each other and you're gonna be perfect for each other, literally perfect, and it's not gonna work out because it's not meant to be, and that's life. Like, it really is that, just like, that's it. And it's supposed to be so sad because I guess Hollywood really sells a different story. They're like, you're gonna meet somebody, you guys are gonna fall in love, you're gonna have a happy ever after, you're gonna be okay. But no. Yeah. Sometimes you meet people, you're perfect for each other, and it's not meant to be. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
No, it's good. And then I was going to ask you what's next for you. You've hinted at a few things, but can you just tell us what's next for you as an actress, as a writer, as a producer?
Right. So what I'm currently working on is called Broadview. So it was called Growing. It's about four Black girls growing up in Toronto, 2008. And it's about growing up and growing apart. You can tell, like, I have a genre, a thing that a theme I always say.
I think one day we'll unpack that. I'm gonna have you back on my channel. I'm just talking
the thing about like people leaving good. You know why? Honestly, I just think that's what makes life so beautiful. Like when you're like with people, to know that it might not be forever, and so you like savor each and every moment. Like that's what I love. I want to like do so much more of. Yeah. So Broadview, set in 2008, it's like very documentary kind of style. It's about these mid-90s-ish. Mm-hmm. These girls growing up in Toronto, and them slowly growing apart. And they've been best friends ever since they were kids. They've been best friends, but things happen. It's their last summer before they head off and do different things with their life. And they, and it's not, I don't want it to be a really big thing. Once it's done, because it's 8 episodes, it's going to be 8 episodes. Once it's done, I want people to be like, this is so relatable. There's so many friends I grew up with that I don't talk to anymore. Yeah. And it's not that anybody did anything. You just stop, simply hanging out like that. You just kind of change. Yeah. And even if, you guys are in the same place, there's not really anything you're going to talk about anymore because you're just not the same people that you used to be. Yeah. So that's really what it is about, growing up and growing apart. Oh, I know, they're so cute. There's another one there. Oh.
Okay. And then, is there anything else you want to tease, or is that all you want to talk about?
So I want to tease. Actually, there's something I do want to talk about. Okay. I think the thing that I will say is when approaching romantic films, I feel like to any actors that watch things, I've always wanted to share my piece, but always be super careful, because it's not super careful, but I will say, I don't know how to put it, but be it really takes a toll in your emotions. I will say that, it seriously takes, as much as I love that film, it took such a toll on my emotions that I really, really tried to stray away from that genre now. Once I do A Life of Our Own, I don't even know if I'll act in it, but you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to do things that don't take real stories, but because they're so real, they always end up they take something away from you. You never come back out the way you were when you went back in. They always take something from you. By the way, every time some of these great films, they take things away from you, and you're oh my god. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and where can people watch Ordinary?
Y'all can watch it on YouTube.
Can I put the link in the description of this video?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, sure. I'm pretty nervous about it, but
it's
sure.
Really good,
it might as well get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. It's okay.
Yeah. And then where can people follow you to know more about you and other things you're working on?
Right. So Broadview will have a link. I'll have a donation link I have a thing on Indiegogo for it.
Yeah. I'll put the link in the description as well.
Yeah, I'll send it to you when I fully make it. But yeah, and then I'm on Instagram. I'm going to change the Instagram to Broadview because right now it's growing the show. But yeah, I'm going to change the Instagram to Broadview. Stay tuned to it, guys. I'm going to start dropping those episodes. But probably next, we're still reworking the script right now. It's a process, but yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being here,
Oh,
Kari.
thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Oh my gosh, I feel so official.
Okay, and thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video.
Honestly, really love to
Talk
do it.
about a film.
Yes,
Yes,
I love to talk
yes.
about film anytime. Like, I'm normally funnier than this, I swear. I swear.